I am so sorry. It is 2 minutes past. I am late. Your very own landlord is late to her very own Katie's Arms. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this top. It just seems to be a lot of me out. I apologise. I cannot stand late people. Hello, hello, hello. What can I tell you? Apart from the fact that about 5 minutes ago, I was out in the garden trying to start a chainsaw with my son. And apparently I lost track of time because the chainsaw wouldn't start. And it got to the point, I got so angry. Let's have a drink. I got so angry. Let's keep going. Cheers, everybody. Hello, South Africa. Oh, bless you. I know, I'm never late. I'm usually early, aren't I? So the chainsaw wouldn't start. I was trying to start it. Max was trying to start it. And then it wouldn't start. And I got so ferociously angry. I wanted to bite someone. It took me right back to being like a kid and getting so cross that I just needed to bite my own sister. That sounds a bit strange, but I really do. I still quite like biting things. Evening all. So welcome to everybody, I should explain. Welcome to everybody that's joining us here at Katie's Arms. We have everybody from all over the place. I tried to call out a few places so that you see. So South Africa is here. Someone else, I'm from the Black Country. Just saying that that's separate from South Africa. Not calling South Africa the Black Country. Qatar is here. Someone else from South Africa, my very favourite people on the planet, especially white South African farmers. We're thinking that this top, I basically came tonight dressed as a DFS sofa. But what I'm feeling is that this top is too big. Like you can nearly see this armpit as well. I feel like it needs a stitch. What do you think? A stitch here, would that help? Or a smaller top? Either way, don't buy DFS sofas because they're crap. Worcestershire, or as Americans would say, Worcestershire, is here. And so is Texas. So is Denver, Colorado. Don't stand up there. Are you sure you're from Tigray? I'm very Derby, hip, plush. Yes, my top is plush. You could stroke it if you like. It's exactly like a plush sofa. I came tonight dressed as a cushion. Hello. Evening Katie's Arms from the Parry pub. I think that might be in someone's house. So let me explain for all newcomers. Hello to all newcomers. We are many strong. By the time this gets posted on YouTube tomorrow, we're about 25,000 strong now at the Katie's Arms, which, when we eventually get our own pub, means that we'll be a glorious pub to be in. Just so we're clear, if you're... Hello, New York City is here. Hello. Ireland is here too. Ryan says hello. That must be Ryan Tubridy. The man with the smallest penis in the whole of Ireland. Not that I saw it. I wouldn't have gone near the thing. Wouldn't have had to, darlings. Could have just brushed by and I would have known. So here's some things about the Katie's Arms. Is that everybody's welcome. You can disagree, agree, hate, love. Come from wherever you want. Be whatever you want. Think whatever you want. No one cares. No one gives a single shiny shit. Other things about the Katie's Arms. Hello, Wales. Is that I'm not drunk. So people always say, gosh, how many bottles have you been through? Look, it's just been opened into this glass. So I think what the confusion is that people aren't used to seeing women just being themselves. Like women on social media typically sort of are pretending to be something or pretending to be attractive or pretending to be something other people might want to be, like good at stuff. And that's not what this is about at all. This is about me just talking, as I find, and you guys being part of this at home or wherever you are, and knowing that no one gives a shiny shit. And even if I was drunk, we wouldn't give a shiny shit. And essentially, if you're just here laughing at me, that's also perfect. That's part of this. Katie's Arms started back during lockdown when I was determined we would have a place. Hello, in Surrey. Have another one. Exactly. Cheers. Come on. When we needed a place to gather and have a laugh at the madness. And we've carried it on just because everybody kind of gets it. Oh yes, people know what I drink. I drink cheap shit. But look, it has a gold label. What's it have a gold label for? Being super cheap and only a £5 at Waitrose recently. Doesn't say that on here. Straight out the bottle. I sound really northern. Oh, I see. Because I don't give a shiny shit. Yes, I see. And I want to say as well, thank you to everybody who quietly tells me, or quite loudly sometimes, like I'll be getting my shopping, and they'll be like, Katie's Arms, love it, look forward to it every Friday. And ladies all over the place come up and say, Katie's Arms, that's my break, that's my moment. And I love that. I mean, it's great. It's great that everybody's here. It's great that you guys are here. Even if, have I had the Moscato barefoot? No, I don't know what a Moscato is. Sounds fancy. Maybe too fancy for me. But I love that everybody can be here. Have half hour to yourself. Fuck them. Your family, fuck them. Kids, fuck them. Everybody else, fuck them. Friends on WhatsApp who are like sharing, oh, here's me just, having an Easter with my family. Oh yeah, I just cooked this lamb. Look at me. Oh, here's the joint oh yeah. Here's me having oh look, we're having such a fabulous time. Look at us. Having a fabulous time. This is Easter at my house. It's so cash and there's so many people. And yet, look at me. I still look great in this picture. Fuck off. Anybody pretending to be something on social media, great, that's great. And I'm great that you think that looks great. And we're all about that you think you're great. But really, just fuck off. Plush, I know, well, it's from Reiss, which will know that I get most of my things from Reiss when I can, usually in the sale. But this, I feel like this is just... Look, it's an armpit. Look. There's an armpit. That's an armpit. Nobody wants to see it. No one needs to see an armpit. But yes, I did wear my... Look, here. People specifically asked to see my crotch. Here it is. Ta-da! In my tight trousers. I know. Someone said, please wear the tight trousers. So I wore them. I'm basically like pay-per-view, except that no one wants to pay and no one really needs to see that. Oh, I got a jacket from Reiss. I do like Reiss. I do. Not all their stuff and not all their staff. Oh, God, their staff can be sour-faced. Oh, God, I'm telling you, we've got so much to talk about. Flanders is here. Flanders. But someone asked to see my tight trousers. So I'm wearing them. And when I did my Chumbawamba programme about fat people, I went to see the fattest woman in America. She smelled really bad. That's terrible. That's a terrible thing to say. I will never go to heaven. But she smelled so bad. And the smell was coming from under her boobs. What I was going to say was, when I went to see the biggest Chumbawamba in America, people paid to feed her. So it'd be like this on a live. Oh my God, you look like Patsy. I slightly do. We need to get this higher. Hold on. Can we make it higher? Wait. This whole Patsy thing. You see, I'm so in love with Patsy. I absolutely feel like her on a daily basis, but a lot less fabulous. Can we make it higher? And then I just need a cigarette. We could smoke at the Katie's Arms, couldn't we? This is actually a great idea. We could go, hold on. Is that better? Oh, that clip is really digging in. Say nothing. Looks good. Patsy. There. How's that? I look like Vicky Patterson. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We need to start smoking at the pub. Because I've always believed that pubs where you could smoke were always much better. And I found a pub in America recently where you could smoke. And I always think people could choose, right? We should still have smoking pubs, shouldn't we? Because if you don't want to smoke, fuck off. And if you do want to smoke, come to this pub. What have I ever smoked? Absolutely not. Because I wouldn't want to encourage my children to do that. No way have I. No way. But now what will we need? We had so many things I need to talk to you about. Let's stop talking about what I look like. And my armpit, which is distressing me massively. So many things. Look, I even made notes. And I have 1,000 thank yous to say to you guys. I just can't even... Yes, I did. The S Club 7 guy died suddenly. I know, none of us can say anything yet. But in my heart, I'm like, did he have the jab? Did he die suddenly from a heart attack? Was it myocarditis? Or maybe just got overwhelmed by going back on tour again and took too many you-know-whats. But, we don't like to speculate. But seriously, we're wondering. 40, what was he, 6? Talk about my boobs. This is not... Oh, yes, we were talking about the fat lady. So she'd be on like this, and then people would send pizza to her house, and then she would eat it to camera like this, while they obviously at home were like, you know what, to her eating. Why would you want to, pleasure yourself to the sight of a Chumbawamba eating? I don't know. And the other thing about that was that when I was there, I could smell her and also her. So the idea that someone at home was jacking off to her eating that they'd sent pizza for, when I could actually smell the whole... If they were amongst that themselves, they'd be like, oh, right, let's talk. Nicola Sturgeon. How brilliant is this? I'm loving it. There's talks that they're going to have to rerun the leadership for the Scottish National Party. They raided her home. There's a tent in their garden as if they're digging up looking for bones, but actually it's £600,000. And would they really have buried £600,000? No, but Police Scotland are such utter turnips that they just want to make a big show of it and have something for the cameras, which I love. Nicola Sturgeon, we thought she quit because she's a massive lesbian, but it turns out she hasn't quit because she was a massive lesbian, but because £600,000 went missing and she knew her husband was about to be arrested. And now we don't know how much Hamza Yousaf knew, the Pakistani leader of Scotland now, but maybe Hamza knew all about the 600,000, maybe he even took some of it, who knows, allegations, personal opinion. And so, why not rerun the whole thing? Because Hamza may not have been legitimately elected, who knows? But either way, it wasn't enough that she was a lesbian who met with a French lady to have lesbian sex. That was my impression of a rug muncher. And at some point threw an iron at her lesbian lover that went out the window. That wasn't the thing that got rid of her. What got rid of her was her husband probably doing something with £600,000 that none of us know about. Why do I think she's a lesbian? I love lesbos. I love them. I don't have any problem with anyone. I don't have any problem with Chumbawambas, as long as you own the reason that you're a Chumbawamba. I love a lesbian, like, much as the next woman, and maybe even I'll go there one day. But I do find it funny. I've never liked the ginger dwarf from the north. I do find it funny that she's a lesbian, whilst preaching about people being trans and that being so, oh, we must be super accepting. Oh, we're so accepting. She, with her penis, raping people in jails. Oh, we're so accepting, Just don't tell anyone I'm a massive lesbian. Like the hypocrisy of that. Come on. Let me also talk to you about something else. I've met her, so I know about this. Naked Education. With Anna Ryder Richardson. Do you know who I'm talking about? Do you know? So she used to date the very lovely Sue Perkins. Anna Ryder Richardson dated Sue Perkins, didn't she? And then they split up. And Anna Ryder Richardson basically does all naked shows for Channel 4, right? I don't know what's gone on there, but I think Anna Ryder Richardson banged someone from Channel 4 commissioning. Because whenever Channel 4 commission anything, it's Anna Ryder. Is that her right name? I don't know. Hi, Katie from Bristol. So Channel 4 commissioned Naked Education. Have you seen it? People get naked in front of kids. Have you seen this? Have you? Sue does have Perkins. Is this the Channel 4 show with teenage kids involved? No, it's not. Yes, it was Naked Attraction. This one is now called Naked Education. And they're basically getting old people, me, older people, naked in front of kids, 14-year-old kids. And they've got the kids in like a schoolroom setting. So they've got like desks. And then they get people to just like flop their penis out in front of the kids. You've heard about this. Or they get like, interesting people who maybe have a mastectomy scar, or someone who's lost a limb, or they have someone who's transgender, or they have someone who's just like got lots of things going on. But it's done as a classroom setting with children sitting behind desks, and then they bring in older people, like older, and they get their kit off. I mean, and they say it's about inclusivity. It's about, hold on, I think I wrote a thing. Did I write a thing? Yes, I did write a thing earlier. I was doing this for radio, but I'm looking for the name of the lady who commissioned this. It was a typical Channel 4 name. I think it was like, I want to say Clementine. But it's one of those, Channel 4 type names, where basically she commissioned this and she said it was all about, breaking down the stereotypes of what people should look like. And it's so important for young children to see that we're not all perfect. I'm dying to find the name. Oh, here. Clemency. This is the commissioning editor. Clemency Green. It's so important to show diversity in normal bodies and how they change due to things like age and weight gain or loss or illness or accidents. Yes, fine. But why is it necessary to have kids observing that and people at home able to watch kids watching old people naked? It is disgusting, and it's exactly the reason, as so many people are saying, that people are pulling their kids out of schooling, because this is the sort of shit that's being pushed. Also, I would like to add, if Anna Ryder, whatever she's called, Anna whatever, lesbian Anna, is so big into how we're all normal and how your body's perfectly normal if you've got a roll here or a weird bit here or whatever I've got going on, if that's the case, why does Anna's face, the presenter, now look like, I mean, I've got chubby cheeks, but like her face now, that has got more filler in it, darlings, than my bathroom grouting. There is more filler in Anna What's-Her-Face's face, naked education, than my kitchen tiles have ever seen. So if being different and how the ageing process affects you, and we shouldn't all be striving to be perfect, how is it then that Anna's filled her face with God knows what? I bet you're a lesbian. You're dreaming, darling. That's someone on the chat. Okay, guess what's going to happen? At 2025, I'm going to answer questions sensibly. So think of them for 5 whole minutes. Yes. Looking glamorous? I'm not. I look like a bloody DFS sofa. The point of this is, taking the piss out of myself, is this is all very well, right? I had a shower after I tried to start the chainsaw, and I put my hair up like Patsy, and I came in here. In here there's lights that get rid of like wrinkles and chins and stuff. But as you know from my daily postings when I'm out running or whatever, or with the dogs or getting pasties, or whatever I'm bloody doing, I look like, you see what I look like. I've got like, in the mornings when I go and do postings in the mornings, I literally can't see out my eyes. I've got bags, more bags than you know, and I'm not putting myself down so that you make me feel better. I'm trying to say to you, and this is something I do want to come back to, it's on my notes for us to come back to later, is that you can have lights and you can set things up. This camera, look, it's pointing down a bit so that you look better. But in real life, you know what I look like because I show you. You can look like a slapped arse. And so all these people that you see on anything, they've got lights, they've got this, they've got that, they've probably had makeup done. If you saw them in real life, you'd be like, what the hell is that shitting thing? So, don't put yourself down is where we're coming to later. Funny story. Earlier, one of my children, the farmer child, she got a flat tyre. So she was driving home to here to have a break from the farm at like 7 a.m. and she got a flat tyre. So she rang home, which is great. And people are asking me to block someone. Okay, well, if I see him, I will, I'll do that. I don't really. So anyway, one of my children got a flat tyre, farmer child got a flat tyre. She rang home to let us know. And when she rang, she got my eldest daughter, and many of you will know as well. Oh, I see. Hold on. Let me try I'm trying to help. And I don't know how to help you, but I'm going to try. I am trying to help you get rid of someone who's pissing you off. I'm so sorry. And really, this place, it doesn't need to have anybody of trying to piss anybody else off. I'm trying. So she had a flat tire. She rang home, and my daughter, and you know one of my daughters, or maybe you don't, is massively on the spectrum. So she's super. So she was diagnosed when she was, I think, 3.5, but she's like almost off the spectrum. She's that much on the spectrum. We're all on the spectrum somewhere. But her life, therefore, is very, she sees life at 90 degrees in the most brilliant way. And she takes you on face value. So if you say something that she won't, there's no sort of, sarcasm doesn't necessarily compute, because sarcasm is a strange thing, or any facial gestures, like if I was to go, no, I absolutely don't, we'd know that I absolutely do. She wouldn't know that. So anyway, my child rings in to say I've got a flat, and gets my daughter who's on the spectrum. And I've got a flat. And Indy goes, no way. I mean, my daughter goes, no way. Puppy goes, yes, I try not to say my children's names, but I'm saying them. My daughter, I've got a flat. And my eldest daughter who's on the spectrum's like, well, that's great. Because she thought that her sister had bought a flat. At which point my kid, who's stranded on the side of the road with a flat that she's going to try and change, says, can you get me mum or dad? Because I've got a flat tyre on my car. I love that in this family there's so many different types. Like lovely Mark is massively OCD and quiet and calm. Then there's me. And then there's a daughter who's exactly the same as me. And then there's my daughter who sees the world at 90 degrees. And all of that, and many of you will know these conversations, we're all so different that we receive and deliver communication so differently. And meanwhile, my eldest was like really excited because she thought her sister had got a flat. And I guess she was like, oh, I could move in there. Anyway, yes, it's really important for me. Oh, Sharon Davies. Isn't she the hero we all need? Standing up to... I'm so angry at Nike for using that pretend trans actor, Dylan Mulvaney. Sharon Davies is so... I'm not fit to kiss her feet, but I love her. And the fact that Nike would sponsor a pretend trans, if you haven't seen this, you've done great. But I just feel that there's so many, and this is not anti anything, this is really important to me, is we're not anti anything. I'm not anti-vax, I'm pro-choice. I'm not anti whatever lockdown. I just disagree massively with anyone's freedoms being taken. I'm not anti-trans. I'll do anything you want. I'll applaud you, but don't ask me to believe your shit. I'm not anti, I'm pro-freedom, pro-liberty, pro-you living your best life, pro-you can kill yourself on drugs. It's not my business, frankly. And that's where so for Nike to give sponsorship to a anorexic male pretending to be trans, I'm not anti that. I'm not anti that person at all. I believe he needs help, but I'm not anti. I'm pro-women, and I'm particularly pro-strong girls. And if you're a strong girl and you have made it in sport, and you have tried and you've trained and you've got up at 5 a.m. to swim every day for 4 hours in the same goddamn pool where you're going to swim again later, or you've tried to run, or you can spring off something, or you can flip in the air, or you're a ballerina, or you're anything that involves physical discipline, and you've got to the point where you're excellent, you deserve to be a Nike ambassador. I want you to have that. I want a mum to be so proud that her daughter is the face of Nike. We're not anti. We're just so pro strong girls and strong women who've worked and disciplined themselves and schooled themselves and trained their bodies into something. I mean, what is more epic than a ballerina, or more epic than a boxer, or more epic than someone who could be like here now and then just go and lift their head up. Shit, I nearly kicked the light over. Lift their leg up to their ear. I mean, there's no words that I have for people who can do stuff like that because they've physically schooled their body to do that. That's not Nike. That's who you need to have as an ambassador, not some anorexic male pretending to be trans. It makes me vomit. Honestly, it does. Arrest me all you want. I couldn't give two shiny shits. Come on, West Midlands Police. You know where my front door is. You've been there before. Bring it. So, quickly, I said I would answer questions. Question time 2025 is gone. If you have a question, I promise to answer it now. But I also need to do thank yous. So, I'll do both. You'll know that last week I got a little bit, my heart is very close to my face. And I tried to explain that Stafford had cancelled our Live, Laugh, Love stand-up show. And 500 of you, that's a great question, Ben. I'm going to come to that. I'm going to write it down as well. It'll probably set me off though again, won't it? We'll stay because I was late by 2 minutes as well. But also go if you need to go. I'm petrified that I will ever, take up people's time when you've got other things and families and lives. You'll know that I tried to explain that Stafford had just pulled the show. 500, we were sold out. I was really, really looking forward to everybody being in the room together. And that was, and so trying to explain to you that I hadn't cancelled, I got very upset, for which I apologise. But sometimes I think a cross between anger and all of my heart comes out of my eyes. So I'm sorry for that. I'm going to go again if I'm not careful. But what happened in the week that followed, this week that's just gone, I can't thank you all enough. You have been, you see, it's going to get me going. I just can't do this because my heart's so in it. Just drink, it'll be fine. Just drink, it'll be fine. You all basically just swarmed in with all I could see in my head in pictures was just all of these hands just coming in like this. I mean, put your hands where you want. No, sorry. All of these hands in my head, it was just like the next day, these hands from you guys just came in like this. And you all just went, and we were overwhelmed. A lovely Mark even wrote me things that I was supposed to say. Drop my pen, hold on. Let me see if I can put my arse on camera. That was a joke if you didn't know. Lovely Mark even made me a printout of things. But basically you swarmed in like the people you are and you made everything fine. I'm totally going to go again. So you got us a new venue in Swansea. So if you're in Swansea, we now have a Swansea venue because people have been asking for Wales for so long. You got us a new venue in Stafford. And I have made a promise on this. This new venue only fits, I think we can fit maybe 180. But I will keep doing the Stafford venue until everybody that wants to be there will be there. Whatever dates we have to make work, we will. We're now going to be on a farm near Nuneaton. Also, we can camp there if you want to bring a tent. Also, the venue has a late licence and the owner, because he's so supportive and so sorry for what happened to you all and me, he will keep serving at the bar until 3 a.m. and then just offer after offer of speakeasy venues. So I don't know what to tell you other than it's been a really overwhelming week. And after being embarrassed at myself getting upset on here, because I do really try and hold it together, and I feel a bit pathetic that I got upset, you guys just made everything amazing. So Swansea is the 3rd of May. Circus Tavern the guy there is just being a legend. You know that they do darts there. They're going to make the night a cabaret night so that you'll be able to sit at little tables with your friends. This is Purfleet. They're going to have a compere who's also going to do some singing. I'm going to get to do stand-up, but they're going to serve drinks to you at your tables whilst we're doing the show because they want it to be lovely. And we're nearly, I think, 500 strong in Purfleet. That's on the 6th of May. And that owner, that venue is he's a legend. Stafford, the replacement Stafford event, is going to be on the same night as the Stafford Gatehouse that pulled on us. So please do email Lovely Mark with Stafford in the title. If you go, and I'm not trying to sell or push tickets, I just want to show you what you've made happen. 31st of May. If you go on the website, katiesarms.com, katiesarms.com, these need work. Come on. You can camp. We have a late license, 31st of May, and the 15th of September, eek, in the Wirral. If you're coming, we will be many. This morning we only had 5 tickets left. So if we need to do a repeat, we'll do a repeat. If you want to get the last 5 tickets, get on there. But what I'm trying to say, much more importantly than any of this, is all of this. Oh, in Swansea, get this, you can pre-order curry. It's going to be at a cinema as well. And the excitement I have for these events is these are supporting venues or people who kept themselves going all the way through lockdown, right? These are venues that are our people, and we're doing this. So like, say that you can pre-order curry. Let's say you want to eat there. Obviously the venue get their money from the curry, they get the money from the bar, they get money from tickets. So it's really good for these venues because we spend money and we're together. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, this sets me off, so I'm not good at it. I'm not good at receiving praise, as we know, and that's why this is emotional, because it feels like I'm not that good at getting support, because for a long time there, obviously it was just, fairly brutal. But thank you very much for all that you did for me. I really appreciate it. Yes, so someone asked, Ben asked, do you ever worry for your family's safety? And to be honest, it's got a lot better. We pulled right away from anywhere obvious. When they came for my house, so things I owned, once I went through kind of bankruptcy proceedings to rid myself of anything to stop the court cases, because they'd made a new law just for me that said if you think I caused you serious harm, you could sue me tomorrow, and all of these BBC people did. So we got me out of I don't own anything anymore. And so I don't own a house, I don't live anywhere officially. And then in order to protect the children from me, we changed all of their names. So none of the children have my name. And then I've never ever gone to any of their schools, not one single day. So no parents' evening, no try and help anything. So to distance myself from my children, who are all called something different and all go by a different name whenever they go to do something. And yeah, but certainly it got to a point about 5 years ago when I was completely eviscerated. And my truth is that I do believe that they will push you till you swing from a tree. And that was nearly me. And sometimes you get to a point you believe the only way to save your children is to take yourself off and swing, because that seems like the more noble thing to do. And so we're very lucky now, I'm very blessed. And that's why I think I become so emotional when people now come to my rescue, because before it was more that, felt like the way to protect my children from me was to sort of swing. So that's my honest answer to that. And I have done well, because I have not shed a single tear, despite the fact that they are sitting just behind my eyelids. Anyway, thank you. That's the real reason for this evening. And I've been excited about Katie's Arms this week, despite dressing as a DFS sofa, is that with my bra held on by, look, strap there, no strap there. Strap there, no strap there. I know, it's a miracle. And then tell you what really pisses me off is I organise this when I'm in the shower. I'm like, right, quick, get the bra out, get your strap off. And then I put the strap on the wrong shoulder. So I had a strap here, no strap here. It's a disaster. Trying to be me, it's a disaster. But really tonight was all about saying thank you. I came to you last week with a truth that I wanted to make clear. You all swooped in, and now we have venues in Swansea, and we have Stafford the same night. Purfleet are making it a spectacular just for us. and the we're all but sold out. So please do try and get in there. But mostly, just thank you. You guys are amazing. We're growing in number quite fiercely now, and we're building something really important, which I think is that there are no rules that matter. There are no people's opinions that matter. There's just what you know about yourself. And what I ask you and what I plea for all of you is please don't put yourself down. I stopped today when I was having a little run, and there's a lady I see, and I see her walking this route, and she walks it a lot. And I know what she's done. She set herself the task of walking that route. And every time I see her, she's dressed lovely. She has like a little puffer on, and she has, I don't know if you're listening tonight, lady, she has like a white trouser. I can't wear a white trouser in this house. I'd be covered in shit and feces and children's food and blood and God knows what. And she looks snazzy. And so when I ran past her today, I stopped and I took out my little music and I was like, I need to tell you, you look great. And she was like, no, I don't. I just hope no one sees me. No, I just hope no one recognises me. No, I don't even run. I mean, I don't even... And I was like, listen, you look great. And so that's what I'd say to you as we leave tonight and go into Easter, and I'm sorry I've taken more of your time, is please know that you're great. Never look in the mirror and think, God, what an old hag. Never look in the mirror, or do, if you have to do that, but just know, so what? So what? I've got eye bags down to here, so have I, every single morning. So what? I've got 18 chins. My own phone doesn't recognise me. Before I got in the shower tonight, I could smell my own armpits. So what? Do not put yourself down, because all these people out there pretending to be perfect, they're not. They're not perfect at all. And the truth of it is, if you've managed to keep yourself together and you've managed to keep yourself going, and tomorrow morning, if you're able to get yourself out of bed, do a couple of things, do one thing maybe, you're doing brilliant. And if you can't do it tomorrow, maybe you'll be able to do it the next day. And then you're doing brilliant. And you say to yourself, I'm doing the best I can, I'm doing brilliant. And that's really important for me that you know that, because there's plenty of things out there in the world out there to try and make you feel bad without you doing that to yourself. And you don't have to look like a supermodel, and you don't need a big boobs, you don't need her teeth. Let's see the state of these things. You don't need a arse or a whatever. Just wear what you've got and laugh at the madness, and know that here you have a family who, whenever you need them, this is important, it isn't me, it's these guys, it's the audience, you're surrounded by great people. And if you are really unsure about that being true, come anywhere where we are. Come to Blackpool. In fact, we just got a deal with the accommodation in Blackpool, 150 quid for 2 nights accommodation, dinner, I think it is. We're going to announce that soon. But just come find us on the road, because you'll see, and everyone will tell you you're fantastic. Right, I've talked too long. I'm so sorry for taking all your time, and I'll take my DFS arse out of here. Tell you what I do now. I go out there, I say hello to my family, go upstairs, have a wee, put my pyjamas on, take off my makeup while I'm having a wee, little cotton pads, and what's that water called? What's it called? Whatever that water's called that takes makeup off. As I'm having a wee, makeup off, wine, sofa. That's what I'm doing. That's life, guys. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Is what I really wanted to say. I don't even. You'll set me off. And happy Easter. Eat chocolate. Fuck 'em all.